Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Fit Bong Girl, and this is your girl Swarnali Saha Bahel. I know usually in all the intro I would say like, "Hi, this is your girl, The Fit Bong Girl," but then while I was reading out these questions for the Q&A session, I got a ton of questions of people asking me what is my name. So I thought I should start introducing with my real name. So hello everyone, my name is Swarnali Saha Bahel, and I am the Fit Bong Girl, the channel that you are watching. So basically this is like the third episode of our Road to Pro series, and a couple of weeks ago I did a Q&A session on my Instagram asking you guys what questions you have about bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, workout, anything that you want me to address. So I got like a ton of questions which I have like literally written in down in 3 pages, and I have grouped them down so that I can answer all of them at one go, because I also don't want to bore all of you guys. And let me tell you, some of these questions are really personal and saucy. I mean, do you guys really want to dig into that personal space? But I will take on to some of those questions. So let's get right into the video and let's start with the questions that we have. And yes, before we start with the Q&A session, please subscribe to this channel and help your girl grow. Let's start with our first question. So the first question goes as, your suggestion to someone who wants to compete and starting their prep. My suggestion, okay, if you are considering to prep and compete in near future, kudos, all the best. There are a few things that you should keep in mind. Is that make sure that you have good planning for your finances, because bodybuilding is not expensive, but competing is definitely expensive, because then they're going to be your posing suit, your stage suit, your heels, your makeup, your diet. You have to pay your coach, and there are federation charges which you have to pay while you compete. If you are competing in a different state or a different country, there are traveling expenses, living expenses, and many other things. So make sure that you are capable of earning that money and plan those finances properly. That is my first suggestion. And my second suggestion would be, if you are considering competing, make sure that you get proper guidance. You should hire a coach who is capable to help you prep till the end moment, till you get on stage, because there's always be last minute things that you will have to do. And being a first time competitor, you may not have the knowledge about your own body. Actually, like if you do a too much of carb loading, your body may look soft, or if you have not done enough carb loading, again your body can look soft. It can go either way. So make sure that you have a coach who will help you guide till the end of the journey. And even after that, after the show with reverse dieting, because that is also a part of your competition. I know what we think is, you get on stage, you compete, you get a medal, and it's over. It's not like that. You are putting your body through so much. You also have to give your body that much amount of time to heal and come back to normal body fat range. So yeah, I think that would be my top 2 tips for anyone who is planning to compete. Next question, how to choose which category to compete. So there are different categories, and I will link down one video over here where I have explained all the categories which are there in IFBB Federation and many other federations, especially for women. So first it will depend on your preference. Second, it will depend on how your body looks. If you are already too muscular, if you have a lot of muscles, you can go ahead with physique or figure. But if you think gaining muscle is difficult for you, you can go for bikini. If you think that your lower body is heavier than your upper body, you have more muscle mass on your legs, you can go for wellness division, and so on and so forth. So it's definitely going to be your choice, and also how your body is looking. So you can discuss that with your prep coach who is helping you to compete. And make sure that you watch this video as well, it's going to help you. Third question, is reverse dieting after competition necessary? It is an absolute necessity. Like, I cannot put enough pressure on the fact how important reverse dieting is, especially if you are women. Due to our estrogen hormone, we tend to gain fat faster than men, and losing fat becomes even difficult. Now, once you are done with your competition, considering that you are on a relatively lower body fat percentage, it may harm your menstruation cycle as well. Now, being said that, if you do not do reverse dieting and fall prey of binge eating or cheat meals way too often and not following a proper plan, you will end up gaining a lot of body fat in a very short amount of time, which is going to take a very, very bad toll on your health. And if you plan to prep again next time, it's going to be very difficult for you. So make sure that once you are done with your competition, you get the feedback from the judges, mark the areas that you have to work on, and get right back into it. That is the athlete mentality, actually. Next question, do you have any sponsors? At this moment, no, I do not have any supplement sponsors at this moment. Here's the thing, I'll tell you one thing. I feel very responsible for every tip or every knowledge that I put out there, because I feel like there are many people who are looking up to me and using the tips or the guidance that I give, that I am giving in their day-to-day life. So I do not want to be a wrong person in that sense. Now, why I am saying that is, I choose to endorse a brand. It is definitely going to be a brand that I will look up to first of all, and I am not going to suggest any supplement or endorse any brand that I will not use myself. So I am very picky when it comes to sponsors. So your question, at this moment, I do not have any sponsors. I am in conversation with few of the brands that I am trying out, and if any of the brand works out, you will get to know really soon if that happens. The next question is one of my very favorite, and I have got like 5-6 questions all asking the same thing. How do you earn money from bodybuilding? Okay, so let me be very, very, very clear. You do not earn money from bodybuilding. Competing is extensively expensive. If you don't have your finances planned, you can literally go broke, okay? And you do not get paid by bodybuilding. You do not get paid to compete. And even if you compete, get a medal or get a cash prize, it's not going to be enough to make a living out of it. So how bodybuilders or athletes earn their living is through trainings, through clients, and through sponsorships, supplement sponsorship, apparel sponsorship, and many other sponsorships. So that's how you earn while doing bodybuilding. Now, if you ask me how I am earning while doing bodybuilding, I have a full-time job. I work as an HR in a corporate. That is my full-time job. I take online transformation clients. I also have a couple of personal training clients, which I take on-floor personal training in my gym. And yeah, I think that's how I earn my living. But it's definitely not through bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a thing where you will be spending all those earnings into. You are not going to make money out of it unless and until you become a very big athlete someday and you are known by your face. Then you will have a face value and brands are going to come to you for endorsement and stuff, and you are going to earn a living out of it. But yeah, competing is not like earning your living. It's like a passion that you do. Next question, how do you manage full-time job and bodybuilding? Okay, so I'll be honest with all of you. It is difficult, sometimes very overwhelming, especially when it's peak week. We have like 2-3 weeks left for competition and the cardio is high, calories are low, and you still have to go through your daily job. And my job is more like, being an HR, you have to be a people's person. That means I am Most of the time of the day I am either on call. That's why you see my voice choking after some time, because I have to talk so much with so many different people. So yeah, it's definitely tiring, but I think I've mentioned this in the first episode of this series. I function the best when I'm most disciplined. So I make sure that I stick to my timeline, stick to my timetable, and do as per it. I wake up around 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm off to bed by 11 o'clock. I have zero social life. I stay put to my work. I stay put to my workouts. I'm either doing cardio, training my clients, I am doing my job, or I'm working out. This is all I'm doing. But yeah, I'm happy that way. I don't recommend everybody to do that, but that's how I function the best. Best ways to build legs. Okay, now it can be legs, it can be any other muscle group of your body. The any muscle group you want to develop, first you have to train that muscle really hard, and second, you have to be on a calorie surplus. You cannot expect to gain muscle mass when you are like eating bird size food. So increase your meal size, increase your calories, and focus on the muscle group that you want to grow. The same goes for your legs. Legs being the one of the largest muscle groups of our body takes more time to get developed than smaller muscle groups like say biceps or triceps or shoulder. So make sure that you are hitting legs at least 2 to 3 times a week, and you are having enough calories, at a little bit 100 to 300 calories more than your maintenance calorie at least. And yeah, don't be afraid to gain weight. If you are on a gaining, you are going to gain a little bit of weight, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, so next question is pursuing your passion after marriage difficult? No, it's not. It's not in my case actually, because both I and my husband, we both compete. We are very similar kind of people. So it works out very well for me. But I understand that there are many women out there who face a lot of trouble pursuing their career and passion while taking care of their family. But I personally believe that any women, if you set your mind in doing something, you are strong enough to achieve that. Let that be before marriage or after marriage. Yes, having a supportive partner is very, very important, and it plays a huge role in your life. But yeah, we women are strong and we can do. Yeah, she agrees. We women are strong. Yeah, Jacob, she can. Yay! We women are strong. Right, guys. She's like, ये क्यों अपने आप से बात कर रही है? So next question. This question is a little bit different. You are lucky that your husband is supportive. What if you were married to someone who did not support your passion? So first of all, I would not have married someone who would not understand my passion, or even take an effort in understanding what my passion is and what my dreams are. So marriage was never like my go-to option or priority. For me, it just happened on the way because I met the right person in the right time. I fell in love with him, and we both are very similar kind of people. For us, living together is easier than living alone, to be very honest. I think that's why when we got a chance, we got married in 2021, which is last year. And I'm really, really happy, and I feel very blessed to have such a supportive partner. But just to answer your question, I was doing bodybuilding long ago. I was married. So if I were to marry someone and he would not understand my passion, I would have not married that person. How do you deal with hate comments? So there have also been a ton of questions on this. Initially, when I started my journey as a social media influencer on Instagram, and I was having 10 or 11,000 followers. So any comment, any nasty or bad comment I would get, I would be very disheartened, and I would feel very low and think about that comment for the rest of the day. It would be in my head. It would be stuck in my head. And then I came to a realization that no matter what you do, people are anyways gonna bitch about you. You can be the Queen of England and there you will still have enemies. Okay, so basically no matter what you do, there will always be a group of people who will be bitching about you. So there is no point, getting disheartened about these nasty comments. First of all, people who throw hate comments on you are people who are really unhappy in their life and they are struggling with something. So what I do is I pray to God for their well-being and I move on from there. So I have literally gone very immune to any bad or nasty comments. So I don't even spend like 2 seconds in it. I read, I delete, I move on. It doesn't work on me anymore. But it does take a lot of time to reach till this point. So my suggestion to you would be to focus on the good things that is happening in your life, and not to get stuck with the one negative thing or one negative comment. How do you manage social life with bodybuilding? So I think I have already mentioned that I have like zero social life. Okay, so bodybuilding is a sport which needs a lot of sacrifices, a lot of adjustments. If you are pursuing bodybuilding or basically any sport, you have to be like very very you have to stay like very very on the time. So you will not have enough time to spare for a social life or go out with your friend or for partying and stuff. For me, I would rather sleep 1 hour earlier, get up an hour earlier, or get 1 extra hour of sleep than to go out at night partying all night. So I think, yeah, that's how I deal with social life, that I don't have any. And that is a compromise that I have made because I wanted to pursue bodybuilding. Nobody asked me to do it. I did it myself. So I have to make compromises and I cannot feel bad about it. And to be very honest, I do not feel bad about it. Tell us something about your family and childhood. So, okay, so I have got a lot of questions asking about my family background and stuff. I don't know why, because I stay like pretty open book on my Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow this page, the Fit Bengal. Okay, let's see. I was born and brought up in a typical Bengali family. I belong from Siliguri. It's a small town near Darjeeling, West Bengal. I grew up with my grandparents and my parents. So it was always my grandparents, mom, dad, me and my brother living together under one roof. My grandfather was a government officer. I think he retired by the time I was born. My dad is a businessman. My mom is a homemaker. My brother has just completed his 12th grades and he is actually coming to Pune to study hotel management from IIHM Pune. So I'm very happy about that. I'm like the eldest in my family, and then I have my little brother. That is about like my family background. And then I got married into a Punjabi family. So my husband, Mayank, he works in IT. He is an IT professional and he is also into bodybuilding, and he also takes freelance, like he also does freelancing and takes online training clients. And so I think that is pretty much it about my family. We're very sorted, chilled kind of family. Growing up, my parents have always supported me in doing whatever I have set my mind into. And I miss them very much because I stay away from them. Like once my 10th grade was over, I was away from my home for my education. First I was in Rajasthan for 2 years, then 4 years I have spent in Bhubaneswar, Orissa. And then from there I shifted to Pune, and from the last 5 years I have been living in Pune. Pretty much settled here now. So if I have to talk a little bit about my childhood, I have really happy memories with my grandparents because I was really loved by my grandparents of both sides, my mom's side and my dad's side, and with all of them I was like very 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 close. So I've already lost my granddads from both sides. I still have my grandmother. She's quite old now, but still she's very cute. You guys, if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen her stories when I go home. So yeah, that is pretty much it, I think, about my family and childhood. Have you been cheated on before? I mean, who have not been? Come on. Yes, I have, and that was a really, really difficult time, which was like around 2017, 2018. But then, yeah, with time, things heal and you move on. So, yeah. How do you keep the spark going in your relationship? Okay, saucy. Like I said, I and Mayank, we both are very similar kind of people. Okay, we have the same kind of thinking. We have the same kind of likings. Like Mayank is just the male version of me, or I would just be the female version of Mayank. Is just like that. And I never believed in soulmates before I met Mayank. He's like my best friend. I would share like the small things that a girl share with their girlfriends. I do share with Mayank because he is like my best friend. We make sure that even if we are fighting, we make sure that we don't go to sleep without solving the issue, even if it takes all night. We make sure that if one of us is out of the house for some time due to any work or something, once we are back, we make sure that we spend some time together. We is always try to have our dinner together while watching like a TV series, or just talking or something. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much how we keep the spark going. I think the most important thing to keep a spark going in a relationship is trust and friendship. Make sure that you don't do anything that upsets your significant other, like cheating or anything. Be very transparent. There's nothing like loyalty, you guys. You can have like $1 million, you can have like 100 people loving you, but if you are not loyal to that one person who cares the most about you, the life doesn't make sense to me. So for me, the most important thing is loyalty and trust. I think that's it. I don't know why people, there was like again 7 8 questions on the same thing. How much money do you spend on your diet? So I cannot give you like a proper calculation, but I can tell you around uh, at least 20K a month it goes on our diet. Like with chicken, we eat very plain food like chicken, eggs, oats, rice, all this stuff, but the quantities are huge. So considering everything, it would take around, give or take, 20K a month. It will go around for both of us for our diet. Like it can be a couple of bucks here and there. But yeah, like I said, bodybuilding is not expensive. Competing is expensive. Okay, if and it's all about your priorities, how you prioritize things. If you ask me to go to a nightclub and pay 5,000 rupees for the club coverage, it would be too much for me. I would say that I don't want to do that because that is not my priority. But if you ask me that you have to spend like 5K extra on your diet this month, I will go ahead and do that without having a second thought, because that is my priority. So basically what I mean to say is everything depends on your priority and your goals. So yeah. So this one will be the last question that I take. Okay, there are a few more questions, but I think the video will go really, really long. So if you guys like this kind of Q&A, sit and talk Q&A session, comment down below. I will make another one. So the last question is, do you really use the products that you endorse? So let me be like very, very clear to all of you. I take very limited sponsorships and I do very limited collaborations. Okay, I have almost 60K followers on Instagram. Every day I would get like some messages from some different band asking for collaboration, some butter collaboration, some paid collaboration, and so on. But I have this one thing that I promised myself when I started vlogging years back, is that if I have to endorse a product, it has to be something that I use myself. I work on trust and loyalty. Okay, I have built my community on trust and loyalty. There are people who follow me on Instagram and other social media channel, who look up to me and they take guidance from me. okay, and they implement those things in their real life. Like these are real people taking real tips and guidance from you, okay. I cannot misguide them. So even if I'm putting out one technical content out there, I will research on that for 2 days, and then I will put that content out there. I am that like serious about it. So if I am endorsing a brand, it will always be a brand that I will be using, okay. I will never, and I have never endorsed any brand or have done any promotion or collaboration with a brand that I don't use. So I cannot give you the names of the brand, but I can tell you this much: there have been like very well known supplement brand to whom I have said no. I don't want to sound rude, but I just want to give the right knowledge to the community, like, and the kind of person I am. There have been very, very well known brands to whom I have politely said no, because I know that I will not be using that product. If I will not be using that product, I would not be including that in my diet. Why would I endorse that product and ask someone else to buy it? So if you see me if you see me endorsing any brand, if you in future, if you see me collaborating with any kind of supplement brand or apparel brand or any brand, you can be 100% sure that these are the products that I actually use in my daily life, and only then I'm going to suggest you that. Otherwise, I am not doing endorsement but just for the sake of money. To be very honest, I wanted to be like blunt and clear about this. I just want to, I have always been like very loyal and very truthful to my community. So there are not just there are teenagers who follow me, who take my guidance. I want to be that face where people can come and trust. And if I like a brand, I like their brand vision, I will do the collab. If I don't, I won't. I will politely say no. There's no hard feelings, no attitude, no ego. It's just that I am a person made with loyalty and trust. I like my community that way. Alright guys, I think I have answered so many questions. I hope you guys like this kind of sit down and talk kind of video. This was like the third episode of the Road to Pro series, which was not actually more or less not related to my prep life, but again there were so many questions out there which you guys wanted to know about me, my what I do, and a few questions on bodybuilding and stuff. So if you like this video, let me know. We can do another sit and talk kind of video with more saucy questions from you guys. So alright guys, I'll take a leave now. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and help your girl grow. I'll see you guys in my next vlog. Till then, bye bye.